Hey everyone, it's Kelsey, and today I'm going to make kind of an update video of kind of where we are in our TTC journey. If you've been watching for a little bit, then you do know that we just suffered a loss at the end of March. It's been a little bit over a month now, and we've kind of been figuring out where we're going to go from here. I do know that some people have different opinions, and that's okay, but our plan is as soon as the doctors say we can try again, we will. As of now, my levels are finally down to 0. It took almost the entire month for that to happen. It took like over 3 weeks for it to happen. But now they are all the way to 0, and what was advised to us by our doctor was as soon as I have my first regular cycle, then after that we should be good to try again. Emotionally, I don't know quite where I am. I'm still dealing with everything that's happened, but I do know that we want our lives to move forward, and we want to keep trying for our family to be able to be with us. I can't quite wrap my head around, as time comes on, you're like, oh, I would be here, or I'll be here, and that part is really difficult for me, thinking about where we could have been or not, and now trying to think about what we're going to do in the future has been even harder. And on the foster care side of things, since we did move into this home in the last little bit, around the same time that my levels went to 0, we got our new license in, and that kind of reevaluates where we live and all that. And we are technically certified for 3 children now. So, technically, we could get a call any day for a child. With our current placement, if we did get a call, we would be very, very picky with what we accepted, and if we were ready to accept it, because I don't think right now we would be ready to accept one. I could be completely wrong. I could get that call and we both know that it's right and we could do it, but as of now, I don't see us accepting a placement for a while, but we are certified for another one, which is kind of crazy. We've been talking about how we're going to rearrange, we're getting ready to get the kids new beds and stuff and all that. I do think that if we do accept another placement while our current placement is still here, we would be accepting a younger age, and we would be very, very picky. When you get into foster care, you never know what to expect, first off, but we did really want to try to adopt from foster care, and our caseworker knows that and all that. But when you do this, you don't really necessarily get that choice. If it becomes available, then that is the case. But until then, you have to go to visits, and you have to deal with the possibility that they could leave at any moment. Right now, we do feel pretty secure in the fact that our placement will be here for a couple more months. But again, that could change at any time, and that's part of foster care. But I just don't know if I can deal with getting a placement that's going to be a short-term placement, because I just don't think emotionally I can handle that right now. It's just like, we've already went through such a loss, and if they do, our current placement goes home, and then we'll be going through another loss, and then another loss on top of that, all at the same time. I just don't know if I can deal with that. And I know I'm a grown adult, and that my emotions aren't the main part in foster care, and I understand that. But we have to take our family into consideration and everything that has to do with that. When you go through infertility, that struggle is always there, and you always have that fear that it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. And as soon as I got pregnant, I thought the same thing. It's not going to work out, it's not going to work out, and then it didn't. And now with this placement, the whole time they've been here, because the way foster care is, and I know how foster care is, it's just like, oh, they're going to be going home, and I'm not going to get a call until the night before, and they're going to be going home the next day. I mean, I currently, all the time, have that fear that at any time, something's going to happen. A family member is going to step up, or judge is going to change their mind, or anything, and then they'll be leaving. And I know that they try to make a process of them getting out of the home, but I've heard of so many times where that doesn't happen. So, getting into another case at the same time as what we're going through their case, I don't know if emotionally I can handle it. And if it did move to adoption with any children that we have placed in our home, I'm not sure how long we would go in between our adoption process and adding another child into the family. But we're going to fly by the seat of our pants, because with foster care, you kind of have to do that. And if we get a call, we will pray about it, we will talk about it, and we'll see if it fits our family. Because I feel like these kids that are in our home would be so good with a little kid, you know, like they would love on them and stuff. And I think they would love it. I think it would be a major adjustment, but an adjustment that would be great. We're still kind of wish-washy with our feelings of it. And I feel like that's okay. I feel like with all we've been through, I feel like it's okay not to really know what we're going to do. I don't think that our caseworker will call us in the next little bit, because she does know that we're grieving and knows everything that's gone on. But if we do get that call, that will be interesting. But we are technically certified now for 3 children in our home. And we are technically, as soon as everything lines up, going to be trying again for our family. I just kind of wanted to update, because I never really updated when my levels got to 0, and they are at 0 now. It did take a very long time, which I did not realize, but it did take a very long time, and we are still waiting for my cycle to start back normal, and I know that it can take a while. I think she said if something doesn't happen by August, to come in and see what's going on. Because I've been to the doctor twice a week for an entire month, but to see what's going on with my cycle. But at this point, it's very normal for it not to be here yet. So right now we're just kind of waiting, and then as soon as that happens, then we will be ready to try again physically and emotionally. This is where I am emotionally about it. It took us 2.5 years to conceive the child that we lost. I, myself, do not want to get in any way of us being able to conceive again and the possibility of having a child. So, we will be trying again right after. And I know that's very controversial, because some people say you should wait a certain amount of time. But for us, that's what our family has decided, and it's what's hopefully going to work for us. I hope that we're one of those magical stories where right after you have a loss, then you get your child. But sadly, I'm a very pessimistic person, and life kind of lines me up to be a little bit pessimistic. So we're very hopeful, prayerful, but at the same time, we're still grieving. Just continue to keep us in your thoughts, and I hope you enjoyed this little video, this little update here. I know it wasn't very much, it may have been boring, but I just kind of wanted to update everyone, because I haven't really updated anyone, and I kind of wanted to be like, hey, we could have another foster child, which is kind of crazy. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.